Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl video, where we're going to be delving once again into the realms of monocoloured decks with Nylea and Devoted to the Hunt. This deck came about in a very straightforward manner. I wanted to make a monocoloured devotion deck, and I felt that green was one of the ones that would probably be able to work best in Brawl with both their god and demigod. I had a lot of debate over whether to have Nylea or Renata as the commander, because Renata is very lovely as a sort of monocoloured version of Grumgully. And that then grows with devotion, and throwing in the various trample effects that green gets access to can punch for a lot. However, I just figured that Nylea generates us much more value as being able to make all of our creatures cheaper, being indestructible and therefore harder to remove, and being guaranteed to be a 5/6 as soon as we get the devotion down. It's able to apply more pressure more reliably, even though the Renata is great and then does grow all of our creatures in addition to that. So obviously with Nylea here, we want to get our devotion up with a lot of heavy green cost cards and permanents to just constantly have the ability to have Nylea be a creature. And we can also then capitalize on our creatures costing less to cast by having a pretty aggressive high end with our lovely expensive things like Gargos, Feasting Troll King, who have an aggressive mammoth with their triple and quadruple devotion to green there. So we're able to just get some really big beaters down if necessary. And Cloth's design is also here at the high end, not getting a discount from Nylea, but once again with the devotion, we give all of our creatures +X+X, and I do hope, given that we've got, I think, 3 cards, we've got Aggressive Mammoth, Trollbred Guardian, and Nylea's Forerunner, to just give trample across the board. We can then quite effectively, with that Clothis design, get a massive pump from our devotion to just smash through if necessary. I have just had a realization though that a card that really probably should be in here that isn't is the Forerunners, Endray's Forerunners. Yeah, so I'd probably actually stick that in there as well. So this is the lovely thing about realizing whilst making these bits is, yeah, Endray's Forerunners is a card that really should have been in here that I've just remembered, and I probably will find a space for that at some point. And also, for the video, Castleback Garenbrig didn't actually end up in this deck, because when I first made it, I was like, oh, well, it's a mono-green deck, don't need to worry about the lands too much, just stick in a few useful colourless cards, and then we'll all be good. So, yeah, a few changes there that I'd probably make and probably will update on the actual deck list. However, in the actual games themselves, they're not present, unfortunately, because, as I said, just remembered. Good timing, yeah. However, you'll still see how well the deck was able to perform despite those changes that I'd still make to it. So, with that in mind, let's get into some games. Alright, Yarok. It's been a while. This looks alright. Yeah, I'll keep it. I mean, I've got a Pelt Collector turn 1. Probably. Do I Goose just in case I get a 3-mana thing? Opponent's mulliganed twice? Oh, I guess they get a free mulligan, so it's not actually that bad for them so far. Let's start with Pelt Collector, since I don't immediately need the Goose. I've got things at 4 mana. Ooh, Razov gets in the way a bit there, but getting rid of that, interesting. So Nylea's devotion Okay, Nylea's Devotion will be 3 if I play it. I can then follow up 4, so I can't immediately make it a creature without drawing an additional land. It makes it cheaper. I do drop Nylea. If they have a counterspell, which they could do. Okay, that's good. Fortunately, it doesn't grow Pelt Collector since it's not a creature on entry. I get a spider at least. And that does mean Pelt Collector grows. Okay, they've currently not got green. That's probably helped them quite a bit to get it. Yeah, there we go, that can get it. This enters Pelt Collector grows. They do get Yarok next turn, which is a little bit concerning. However, I should be able to make my stuff big enough. In fact, I can drop these, give everything trample. I can start pushing in quite a bit of damage. Don't have any creatures in graveyard, so Lazav will not be able to do any shenanigans. Yeah. So just damage prevention. I should have arguably attacked the spider as well, thinking about it. They do nothing. Alright, that's slightly concerning. Means I don't feel like I immediately need trample. I do want to make sure my devotion's high enough to keep Nylea a creature. Yorvo would be the best thing to kill. What's the wording on this? Then, so playing one of these. Won't grow it more than once. So I will just play this to set up. Yeah, they want to stop Nylea being a creature. And it will succeed. but it should give me a fair bit of mana to work with. I mean, I guess they could still, if they've got Ritual of Soot, for example, that'd be devastating. I could start taking out the Blaststone to 5. Agent of Treachery is obviously my biggest fear, and with their Yarok, it's very much a possibility. Yeah, they get a blocker with that. That reduces my mana, though I do get to still make a food with the Goose. And I guess they're bringing back... Yeah. Bring back Lazav. I've not got the mana for it this turn. Okay, let's make a food. Now, the issue here is, whilst I can give Trample, I can't also make Nylea a creature. That does have Trample. Let's just drop the big thing. Go a swinging. That naturally has Trample. They can block the spider and kill it, but they want mana. Is this spell or ability? No, just spell. So, Agent of Treachery could be a problem. But they might just be going for full defensive blocks here and drop Lazav as well. I'm hoping that's the case. Falcon Steer draws them 2 cards, but that's, I think I'm going to be able to kill them. Well, I'm going to force them to have to block the Yarok anyway. Yep, there we go. And yeah, I do believe that was lethal. So yeah, they can block 5 there, and then they can only block 3. So yeah, that was lethal. Ah, Sir Gwyn. I've not seen. I don't think I've actually played against Sir Gwyn since the. What was the event called? The Brawl event, when all the decks were there. Right. So well, I got ramp, got 2 green. Yeah, sure, why not? If nothing else, we can Field of Ruin to blow something of theirs up. Alright, now, the awkward bit is I need a second green source to play Barkhide next turn without using the food, and I think I'd much rather Nylea. Hey! That worked. This is a Justice Strike? Or are they just reading Barkhide because they're not familiar with it? Yeah, Mortify works. Ooh, I couldn't pay to protect it. Oh! I guess they realised I could pay to protect it and thought that they made a mistake. But I probably wouldn't have paid to protect it. Actually, would I? Paying to protect it, I then don't have the food to play Nylea, but I then do have 3 Devotion. Yeah, but I had nothing else to play, so... Either way, next game. I was looking forward to that. Oh, Massacre Girl! Hello, you can actually kill my god if the board state is correct. I quite like this. Two-mana creature would probably be the best draw. Preferably something that can ramp more. Or Sovereign Force doesn't scare me too much. I could fight it if absolutely necessary. I do just want to get down Nylea. Yeah, I take one. Okay, we got more Death Touches. That's pretty decent for setting up a wipe. I could have made another food. I should have made another food. That's a mistake that's going to cost me a little. So currently, Massacre Girl is 3, so 4. That will create a token. So 5. Yeah, it's a pretty good Massacre Girl at the moment. It would kill everything. Actually, I don't think my Nylea would die because all of the devotion would go before I actually have a chance to take advantage of it. Not got enough devotion for that. Could Hydra for 3. Double the counters on it. It's pretty big then. But then the Death Touch. Kill the Vizier. Okay, so now the army doesn't have Death Touch. Oars of Enforcer can still block and kill it, but I'm fine with that. Just got to keep the Massacre Girl in mind. A lot of Death Touch. Okay, you will just immediately bait that. Okay, so I want to play something. It's already got Trample. I've got no ways to put counters on this at the moment, so I'll drop Mowu. They can block if they want, but then Nylea stops being a creature and Massacre Girl doesn't affect it. Get quite a bit of damage through. And then I don't drop Leafkin. God Eternal Aronis doubles the power of both creatures next turn, and both of those, actually Nylea wouldn't have trample. There's the Massacre Girl. So, no more Mowu. That's fine. I'm not too scared of Massacre Girl. Ooh, and there's Nylea's front runner, which gives trample to everything. So, hooray. Although Ronus now doesn't make it a creature. I don't actually have enough green mana. Maybe I should reconsider my lands here, because I'm ending up short on green mana quite a bit, despite only having a small number of colourless lands. Leafkin sets me up for future turns. I can activate Nylea. Although I guess if I wanted to go aggressive, then Renata would have been the better option. But, okay. So you get to get 5 unblockable damage in on me. Three mana available, so they've effectively got a murder. Okay. It's not too threatening. So I'm getting a creature. That's a questing beast. Yep, they get to draw a card. I can now block and kill Massacre Girl, but I'm not sure I want to. They may want to keep it back as the only thing that can block Questing Beast at the moment. Alright, no blocks. I'll take 5. Embodiment would probably be... Oh, they just want to bring back Massacre Girl to... Oh, that's actually... That's pretty nice. Because they then get that trigger, which they can then use to make Questing Beast weaker, so that... Oh! They did it on the wrong one. Yeah, that is a bit of an oops. Actually, would have worked because then that dies on the -2, but then the -3, so yeah, the Questing Beast still won't die. So they need something else to kill. So I like the idea, they just miscalculated. They do now, however, have an untapped Massacre Girl. Okay, what can I do here? 3, and then I have... So let's see what they do here. They can't kill Nylea. With 2 mana, they've not got a way of exiling it. Drag is... yeah, that's probably the best option. Although I'd probably have... maybe have gone for the Forerunner. Trample is pretty good. So my devotion currently at 5 exactly. So yeah, killing anything makes Nylea stop being a creature. I believe my current plan is going to be to Ronus, double everything, and punch in pretty hard. Although that's a pretty big embodiment. So yeah, just a casual 30 damage being thrown their way with trample. They could still have answers for this. If they kill the Forerunner, then Nylea stops having trample. Yep. So they've no longer got trample. I can still pay to give the Ceratops trample, but Nylea doesn't have it. Nylea doesn't die because indestructible. It does stop being a creature. Okay, Massacre Girl next turn would take up all their mana if they get a land. So they should be safe. Okay, they're looking through graveyards. Oh, Commander Dreadhorde. It's a good game, nice, just take everything. Yeah, fair enough. Honorable Seppuku. Ah, hello, Corvold. Oh, yeah. Why not? I've got a Leafkin Druid. If that gets answered, I've got Vivian. It's Vigilance and Reach? Yeah. So hey, if I get the Devotion, Nylea can just always block Corvold. That being said, with this being a sack deck, they probably actually got things like Farrakhan's Libation to force sacrifices to get more triggers. Or is this just you? Yeah, it's just you, but it's still very much a possibility because Mayhem Devil doesn't care. That's a cat. And that's an oven. Hello, Standard. Thought I was playing Brawl, but apparently I thought wrong. Alright, I'm just gonna drop Nylea here. Since I can, if my Druid doesn't die, drop Gargos next turn and just start swinging, although Cauldron Familiar currently can just straight up block it. But then the turn after that, I attack with both Gargos and Nylea, and things start getting interesting. In fact, maybe I don't Gargos, and I Vivian, since Nylea's not going to get through that Familiar anyway, unless they attack with it. Okay, so now I can just make Nylea into a creature. Guardian Project is tempting. Okay, so if they're bringing out the captive block, then at least that gets rid of the food. So they have to sacrifice something else. Nope, they just take the hit. They are probably going to want to remove that. Raska can't do it.
You won't see the end coming until it's too late.
Raska can currently only blow up the druid.
Its pain is ours.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Nylea making everything cheaper and being indestructible is pretty good when you can get that reliably on turn 3. So yeah, let's have a double check at these lands though, because maybe it was just bad luck. I do think that. So, in fact, yeah, we'll take out Mobilized District. We don't need that. I've not got Castle Garenbrig in. Yeah, no, let's stick Castle Garenbrig in. So yeah, Blast Zone is a good answer for threats. Cryptic Caves, Field, Bastion. Yeah, Bastion maybe. I mean, I've got a few things that deal with counters, but not everything. Not as many things that care about them as some of the other decks. However, I think with 4, it should theoretically be fine. Drawing 2 of these alongside 1 forest was pretty unfortunate in that game, but it paid off in the end anyway. So yeah, that went quite well, I feel. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and with that in mind, take care, and I'll see you all next time.